Now we all know that David Nyika's bronze medalist going into this fight. He's one of the best fighters coming out of the New Zealand area, and he's had some big fights over the years leading up until this point. And he's had a lot of fights recently up until this point to prepare him for this situation. But he's fighting a familiar foe and a familiar guy. Don't really consider him a rival, but for him to be at this point with someone who he's been in the ring with, he says he's been in the ring 30 to 40 rounds with Opetaia, and this is gonna be a very, very exclusive situation just for him overall. And a lot of people were saying to me that he's 6'4", he's not 6'6". Bro, if y'all haven't seen the pictures of him and Opetaia next to each other, he's 6'6", man. I don't know why people want to argue about small stuff like that, but the guy is 6'6". Like, it's not even a question that he's 6'6". The dude is legit 6'6". And I think this fight is gonna be very interesting, man, from what I'm seeing right now. It's a lot of different things being brought to the table involving David Nyika. And I think he's gonna come to fight. It's gonna be tough for him, but he gotta come to fight. He really don't got a choice. But I think he's definitely gonna come to fight though. He's not gonna come in there and lay down and just take whatever. It's gonna be a tough fight for him and Opetaia. These guys are familiar with each other, like I said before. It's gonna be a tough matchup. I expect both of these guys to show up though, especially Opetaia. This is a situation where he's fighting a guy who's not coming in there to lay down, man. He's coming in there to make some things happen, and he has to also show up as well. They're gonna expect him to perform at a high level, and I know he's expecting a lot out of himself, but it's gonna be a tough matchup, man. But yeah, this guy is definitely taller than him. But is he showing too much respect to him? He was saying earlier, David Nyika was about how they sparred before, and he's someone he looked up to. But he said he chose this fight because he don't know if he's gonna get another chance in the future to be able to try to beat this guy. So let me go ahead and do this now. That sounds like confidence to me. It don't sound like he's overconfident. It sound like he feels like he's ready for somebody he's already been in the ring with. And you definitely like to hear that. I just hope he shows up because, you know, I think the fans agree when we say we gotta believe it when we see it. If we see it and then it actually happens, so definitely gonna be able to co-sign that the next time he says that. But at this time right now, he has to validate that right now. I mean, that has to be something that's validated immediately. Yeah, but from what I seen, man, David Nyika has to be 6'6". He's look how tall, look how much taller than he is. And Opetaia is what, 6'3"? Yeah, if he's legit 6'3", then yeah. Oh, he's 6'2". He's 6'2". I don't know, man. The dude Nike's pretty tall. Probably is 6'4". Yeah, he probably is 6'4". It's gonna be a tough fight though. I don't know if the 40 rounds with him is gonna help. That's a lot of rounds to be fighting one guy. That's a lot of rounds. Gotta admit that. That is a lot of rounds to prepare you for one guy. So he should be knowing where he's at. Hope he's not stepping into the situation just to look like a warrior. You want to go in there and actually try to give yourself a chance to win because he was taking the opportunity could have went to a few other guys like Glanton. A lot of people wanted to see Glanton. I wanted to see Glanton as well. A lot of people looking at Glanton as an option. So Nyika got to go out there and show up. I know this is somewhat of a domestic fight, between these guys, and they got a bit of a background, which helps. You know, it's a late replacement, so it's a good fight for a late replacement. Let's not get it twisted. For a late replacement fight, this is a good fight. But is Nyika saying too much? He didn't say it recently, but it was earlier this year. He said how he looked up to him and he knew eventually he was going to try to fight him eventually within the next 18 months. I mean, it looks like it's going to be what, 7, 8 months later. So it's definitely going to work. It got to work at this point. That's the plan. That's what he says he was trying to set it up for. Opetaia, not an easy fight, man. He's not an easy fight. He has to go in there and do a lot more than what Massey did. He definitely has to go in there and do a lot more. From what I've seen, he has a lot of similarities to Massey. Punches a little bit more, but a lot of similarities, though. I don't like it. But we'll see, man. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.